This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Ooh. Well, we're first picking Helm of the Host. I do think it's one of the biggest bombs in the set. It's crazy good. We do have a crazy good rare in addition to our mystical arc, whatever it's called, retro frame artifact. We do have a crazy good rare, but I think Helm of the Host is even better, if only because you can play it in every single deck. So it's great. You know, turns out a token every single turn. We're all about that. Sky Strike Officer is really good too, but I think this is better anyway. So everyone's making fun of saying it's an F because I said it was an F when it was first printed back in the day. It's true. Wow, this is a strong one too. I mean, this rare is awful, but Scrap Trawler is pretty cool. Obliterating Bolt is great removal, and so is Excavation Explosion. I think we take the Bolt in the end, but this pack's strong in general, so I had to explain the everyone saying it's an F thing. Otherwise, on YouTube, people would be like, why does everyone think it's an F? Everyone's trolling me is the answer. Because 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, because I feel like Dominaria was the Somerset. So, like 4¼ years ago, I got it wrong. So, Obliterating Bolt is sweet. Okay. What do we got here? So there's an Evolving Wilds. Those are nice. That's pretty much the only fixing you got in the set. Iron Crusher is pretty good. In the set review, I misread this. It can actually pump itself, so it's way better than I thought it was. So, you know, attacks as a 4/5 as a prototype at worst, and it does like way more than that. But yeah, I think we'd probably take it. The research desk is okay. The Strongbowl's okay, but you got to end up in a sacrifice deck. Plus, we just did that, and, you know, I don't want to do it again. I do think Gigamol's really good, but I think Crusher's probably a little better. Okay. Stone Brain is an awful rare. Swiftfoot Boots is pretty good if you end up with the right creature to protect, which is far from a guarantee. I may take it here. We do have the Scrapsmith, which I think is pretty good. Yeah, maybe it's probably better to take Scrapsmith than it is Swiftfoot Boots. Helps you find your Helm of the Host, you know? Yeah, I think the biggest thing, you know, yeah. Boots plus Helm could be pretty wacky. You get a copy of the smaller one, I'm fairly sure, because for all purposes, when you prototype something, it's that card. So it's green, it costs 4 mana, that's what it will be. But a couple of really good red cards, a couple of good artifacts. Obviously, we have to play green to play the Crusher, so it's not as colorless as it appears at first, perhaps. Scrapwork Rager is really good. I like Spotterthopter a fair bit, too. You know, its base mode's not amazing, and neither is its prototype, or its prototype mode's not amazing, neither is casting it for 8, but it's pretty good. I like Boulder Branch Golem a fair bit, too. I like all the prototypes, basically. There's a few exceptions, but all of them having 2 modes is quite strong. So I'm looking at Rager, Boulder Branch, and Spotterthopter. Argothian Opportunist is pretty good too, honestly. This pack is pretty stacked. Maybe I just want Opportunist, yeah. I think we see if we can go in that direction. Pyrrhic Blast is good. We'd probably just grab Burnished Heart, though. Ramping and Fixing, there's not a lot of it in the set. This does it, and it's an artifact, so I think I like it. You know, Pyrrhic Blast is cool. I like Gruesome Realization okay, too, but Burnished Heart is just really good. Okay, Reconstructed Thopter is a nice little thing. I mean, it gives you 2 triggers for things that care about that. Lay Down Arms isn't bad. It's one of the... Of this cycle of like 5, it's the one that's the easiest to play in a decent 2-color deck, so... I think we'll take the Thopter. So red-green is supposed to kind of be like a stompy kind of deck. Well, I'll take a Boulder Branch Golem pretty happily. Evolving Wilds is tempting, but we don't really need it yet. So we're just going to keep taking these good artifact creatures. Okay, well, we're gonna go full on ramp, I think, because we have a heart and we have Phylogeny Excavation now, so we want to be ramping into big old green things, and we've already got a couple, so I think this looks pretty good. This set has ramp as a main mechanic, Amazing Lobster, in the form of Power Stones, so we definitely want them too. I mean, Helm of the Host wants us to be ramping. These both get better when you can ramp, so... Liking the look of the deck so far. All right, do we just grab a Rust Goliath now? I think we do. This ramps us, but all our other ramp is way better, and I could kind of use a 2-drop. I think I just take a 2-drop. We don't have one yet, so... Well, we'll take the Chain Dancer. I mean, it's not terrible. These other cards... Well, Power Blade's not terrible. These 2 are unplayable, so... Everyone always wants every Fog to be playable and limited. There's always people in every set review. Oh yeah, Rust Goliath is sweet. I mean, playing it for 5 is not a great card, but when that's your fail case, and then you can have a huge ramp monster, like, it's pretty good. Blue-green is definitely better at ramping, and I think there's a chance we just jettison our red and become a blue-green deck if we see the right stuff. And we could splash the Bolt right now, thanks to Burnished Heart, so... Like, our red's not that good. Our green is definitely where the business is, so... This is a decent trick, though. Prospector does ramp a bunch. Yeah, we'll take it. Pyrrhic Blast. You know, I mean... it's not terrible in a deck where you've got some big creatures. No, that was Giant Growth, actually. We'll play... Oh, okay. All right. You know, like, I think this is one of the biggest bombs in the set because I think it's way easier to cast than it looks like it is. Now we're going to test that because because we're going to play it in our deck. So thank you for the resub, Leningrad. This thing is nuts. So we've got a lot of ramp already. We're going to need more. It would be great if this would wheel. I don't think it will. Same for Opportunist. But yeah, now we want all the ramp in the world. Give us all the ramp. This ramps. We aren't especially good at playing black right now, but it does ramp. Evolving Wilds isn't bad. I don't really think we want to splash a Deathbloom Ritualist. Rock Hunter's okay. We don't have a lot of 2s. We don't have really any, but Blanchwood Prowler is probably a little better. I mean, it's going to suck if we mill, like, Portal to Phyrexia, but, you know, it helps that you hit land drops. It's a great 2-drop. I think we take it here. Audacity is quite good. It's not necessarily in our wheelhouse for what we're doing. But I think we probably still take it over Perimeter Patrol or Conscripted Infantry. Another Audacity. Here, though, I think we probably take a Blitz Automaton. Could take Scrapwork Mutt, but I think the Automaton's a better card overall, but we are still super, super in need of 2-drops. But I think we take Automaton here. More Opportunists would be good. I mean, I would take another Philology Excavation. Now that I have this, like the 3-mana Mana Rock that we decided not to take, kind of wish I took it. Man, this deck is going to be nuts. More ramp is needed, and some more like early defensive things are probably needed. But we're already there on our top end, I would say. Probably not playing Giant Growth in this deck. I probably do play Audacity. Let's just get like 2 more Burnished Hearts. Oop, don't want to take that. I almost did on accident. I guess we take Raise to the Ground here. I need 2 drops, but I also could use some removal, and this is definitely that. So, removal it is. Where's Surge Engine when you need it? Yeah, we could splash it in this deck quite easily. Good black cards here. I think Emergency Weld and Battlefield Butcher are both really good. We're going to take a Perimeter Patrol. This is the kind of deck where maybe you play Fog of War almost. I mean, I don't know. Because we want to make the game go as long as possible. I mean, I think we hope for something better than Fog of War, but if there's a deck for it, maybe it's this one. This is a 2-drop, but we're not going to play any islands, so I don't think I like it. Thank you for the resub, Hefty Lefties. I think we just grab another Patrol. It's another Rust Goliath. Goblin Firebomb, I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, more than 1 Pyrrhic Blast is, I think, asking for trouble, and I don't really need another Rust Goliath either. I think we will take a Firebomb. I don't love it, but we don't have that much removal, and we have a bunch of mana, so I'm going to give it a shot. It does feel, you know, like our deck did a bunch of cool stuff, but now we're sort of left waiting late in Pack 2 for a little more help for the deck to be more consistent. Well, that'll help. Arbalest Engineer's Wheel, so we're down with that. We need more 2-drops still pretty badly. We've got 2 real ones and an Obliterating Bolt, which is nice, but... Alright, we're going to grab Evolving Wilds on the off chance we splash. You know, Bulwark just isn't... It's not good if you're not in a blue deck, I don't think. I think if we're really desperate for 2s, we might play it, but I'm not quite there yet. Alright, we're going to take Fog of War. I highly doubt we play it, but we're taking it. I guess Gaia's Gift is okay. I don't really want another Audacity. We have so few early creatures that I don't love it, so. Can't really splash this, sadly. A little bit more ramp, a few more 2-drops, and we'll do some silly things with this deck. Okay. Wake in the Woods is crazy good. I mean, I think it's a pretty big bomb. You know, if you pay 2 for X, it's good. And then it just gets better as the longer the game goes on. So I think we're pretty pumped about that. Yeah, so that is more ramp. Still need more, like, low drops. And it's interesting, you know, with Evolving Wilds and Burnished Heart, we can splash some of these big prototype creatures. Don't want Keening Stone. This pack is weird. Like, where are the things that I want in this pack? Nowhere to be found. Scrapwork Rager, like, if we splash 1 swamp, I mean, even without a splash, it's not terrible. 4 mana to draw. Yeah, I think in this deck we actually have 3 bombs because we have Awaken the Woods, Portal to Phyrexia, and Helm of the Host. So, this is a 2-drop. I do need them. Maybe I just take the 2 in this world where I really need 2 drops or I'm going to get run over. Yeah. Don't love it, but I think we do it. Oh, this is really good. It's 2-drop that draws us cards and stuff. Yes, please. Okay, Bushwhack. More fixing. We do have a Pristine Talisman. I feel like we're doing well enough on ramp. I don't really need it. I think we take Bushwhack. You know, it's a good card in general. Makes us hit a land, but if we end up splashing, it's another card that helps us do it. And right now, I mean, we have like as much fixing as you're going to get in this set for the most part between Bushwhack, Burnished Heart, and Evolving Wilds. So, you know, we can do it. More removal would be good. I mean, that is something we're a little short on, but I think I'm okay. I mean, I think we're doing all right. More Opportunists would be real nice. They aren't 2-drops. Hey, there's an Opportunist. You know, I think given the amount of ramp we have, I would rather have an Opportunist than a Prowler. We're doing okay on 2s now, so yeah, we'll take an Opportunist. Doubt we play like a Chain Dancer in this deck. If you're not an artifact, I'm not that interested. If you're not an artifact and you don't really pay me off for artifact things, I'm not that interested. Unless you're a 2-drop, and then I'll just play you because I have to. You know, this is tempting to splash, but you have to play it at the right time in the right order, and that's always hard to do off a splash. I wonder if I want Wasteful Harvest, just in case I accidentally mill something. I mean, what else am I taking out of this pack? I mean, it's either Dissident or Harvest. Oh, there's actually a Forge Chanter. Never mind. We're taking that. I overlooked that a little bit. It's not, like, amazing in our deck, but it's a 2-drop. And I do like those. If we're going to do this wacky late-game stuff, we need to not get run over early, so... that is key. Oh, you're right. All the cards in this set do that. There's like not anything in this set, well, except for Emergency Weld. If something mills you in this set, it only lets you get back something it milled, I think is the safer thing to say. Epic Confrontation and Argothian Sprite. I think we take Confrontation. I mean, it's just so good, and this isn't that big of an upgrade over our other 2-drops, so we're going to take the removal. Got another 2-drop here if we want it. Hoarding Recluse is okay. It does let you get back things you mill, so that's a thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it here. It may not make the cut, but I get another Honor Guard here anyway. This is an interesting splash. We have a bunch of artifacts, and we have good fixing, so I think we probably splash Loron. She gets back an artifact when she comes into play, so... yeah. I'm down. Play 1 Plains. I mean, we're playing some pretty mediocre 2-drops, and I'm not going to play the Firebomb in the end. We're playing some mediocre 2-drops to really not die, but other than that, the deck's pretty good. Like, I don't love the Honor Guard or the Mine Worker or the Forge Channeler really in this deck, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Another Recluse. Don't really want Razor Maw in this deck. I think we'll just take another Recluse. I kind of doubt we're playing both of them, but hey. Take a Fog of War here. Look out. I don't think it ends up making the cut in the end. I As usual, it just delays the inevitable. Glad nobody's taking Bone Saw, because it is awful and limited. That is the one thing about the... what's it called? The Retro Frame Artifacts is I think it's sort of a trap for new players. Or not even new players, but new to limited players who know these cards are good in other formats. But, you know, it's whatever. Because there's some bad ones. All right. So, we got a pretty insane deck here. It's just a question of whether we can survive long enough to do our completely insane things, basically. We only need 1 planes, thank you. Maybe we go 1 lower. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay, so what do we cut? So, I mean, some of our worst cards, like the Honor Guard's not great, and Forge Channeler's not great. Do I really need Raise to the Ground in this deck? Do I really want Pyrrhic Blast? I mean, I think any card where I'm asking questions like that is probably going to get cut. So, makes sense, right? So yeah, I mean, you know, this is cool. We can, like, kill someone with our 10-10, but I'm not convinced it lines up that easily in a deck like this. It's way better in, like, Black-Red, where you have more payoffs and more sacrifice fodder, whereas we're just, like, sacrificing real cards for the most part. So, I think we cut Pyrrhic Blast. Perimeter Patrols, honestly, aren't amazing. They're fine and stuff, but I think all our other 3-drops are just better. Yeah. So cut that. Do we need Raise to the Ground in our deck? I mean, it's nice. Do we need Gaia's Gift? Not really. I mean, we just have so many big threats to throw at them. I don't think I want Gaia's Gift in this deck. Too bad it's only legendary creatures, so Helm of the Host doesn't trigger Loran, but what are you going to do? Blitz Automaton really isn't bad at all, though. Like, as a 3-drop, its base form is more efficient than the rest of them, so I don't think we cut it. I think maybe we're just losing both Recluses and Raise to the Ground. Last cut, do I just cut one of these mediocre 2s or like Audacity, which is really awkward in our deck? I mean, giving Trample to a big thing is nice, I guess. I think we do want the Thopter, yeah. We want to keep our artifact count pretty high. I mean, the Thopter is a reasonably efficient creature who can come back from the graveyard and trigger things like Sarenth's Steelseeker. I mean, yeah, maybe you're right that it's not amazing, but I think Audacity's probably worse. We're just not planning on attacking early, so... I mean, it does make big things tramply, but I don't think we want it in this deck. I mean, we don't, like, need haste in this deck, but a 3-mana 3/2 that can also be much larger in the late game and works with all our ramp stuff is pretty darn good. All right. Little bit awkward. No ramp in our opener, and we have our portal. But we do have Obliterating Bolt. We do have all 3 of our colors, too. And there's Burnished Heart to give us some ramp. We can actually get it back with Loran, which is kind of wacky. I might kill it before we get to ramp, which would be sad, but not the end of the world, I guess. They don't kill it, they bounce it. I can live with it. So, I'm not super worried about Tower Worker here. I think we just replay the Heart. Yeah, we've got our Helm and our Portal, so we can go kind of wild. Okay. Mana is a bit awkward here. I don't think I'm going to ramp yet, as tempting as it is. I think I probably Epic Confrontation Tower Worker. I could just play the Helm and try to do that, but our mana's not in a good place for that right now. Shoot. Maybe I just block and ramp. Maybe that's just better, because that gets us to 6 mana this next turn. I can do a whole lot with 6 mana, including play Loran, get this back, and then kill something. Alright, we're just going to pass. Yeah, those things are good. I mean, generating 2 bodies with them is a wonderful thing. Alright, so we're going to block. Then we're going to ramp. Guess we grab Mountain Forest at this point. Alright, so we're up to 7. Already up to 7. Alright, so... I can play Loran. Question is whether I want to kill something too. I probably do need to kill something, and I probably need to bolt it because Unearth is as good as it is. Uh-oh. That's not what you want to see. Right after you use your... I can kill it with Epic Confrontation, but I'm going to have to take a massive hit to get to that point. Wait a second. I guess I can just play the heart and kill it. Yeah, okay. So we're going to block. We're going to take 9. Do I just play Boulder Branch and fight with it? I mean, I'm not going to... I'm going to cast it as a prototype. Yeah, that's probably best, because it gains us life, too. Get out of here, Urza. 4, 5, 6, 7. So close to Portal! I just haven't had the time to, like, leisurely play out the heart and get the last few lands we need. Although, if this turn... Yeah. Yeah. Lots of good stuff we can do. Well, they have the other Urza. So I think we just leave the mana up to ramp again. I could play the Helm and stick it on the Boulder Branch next turn, but I think if I can play Portal to Phyrexia, I thin out their board so much that I feel pretty good about the situation. I don't love my life total, but I think we leave it at this. The inability to draw, like, one of our lands naturally was a little frustrating, and hopefully it doesn't cost us, but it might. We might be far enough behind that it's really hard for us to... get there, I think. Although if they only attack with Warlord's Elite here, that helps me a ton. If they'd attacked harder there, I would have been in a lot of trouble. I wonder whether it's better to play the Helm because it adds to the board right away and gains me life right away. That's the question here. It might actually be better at first for us to play the Helm. Yeah, that's bad. Because if I play Portal to Phyrexia here, they sack these three, and then they swing for like 1 million. Yeah, no thanks. So... yeah, let's get Helm of the Host going here. Yeah, they keep playing stuff. What's that about? Got to get the Boulder Branch Golem factory going. That's gross. They get a Power Stone here. They get 2 Power Stones, or 2 +1/+1 counters from this. Opponent showing us that aggro, you know, has done a pretty good job against us despite the absurd things we're capable of doing. Our ability to do it has been severely diminished by how aggressive they've been. They put it on... why would you do it this way? That's interesting. Because now, I mean, I still get a 3/3 every turn. It seems like I'm going to have to play out a bunch of creatures before I can ever play our Portal in this particular game. So they can get this back. I wonder if they can just kill us. Is that, like, enough to kill us? It might be. And then I have to decide if the Portal thins out the board enough. How very sad. I think in a lot of games we would have just been able to win this thing, but the way it went, not so much. Six, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16. I basically have to block the 6. So we're going to go up to 7 on our turn, but it's not going to be enough. Can I stabilize? I have to some way before I can ever play the Portal in this particular game. I don't think we put anything back in our hand with the Prowler. We're trying so hard to stabilize here. I need them to whiff on this draw, please. That is sort of like whiffing, so I guess I'll take it. Don't get a Power Stone. Good, good. They milled away a Disenchant. I like that part. Ooh, I think we might stabilize now since they whiffed. Alright, so we're going to trade this away to kill that. You're going to chump this. And are you two going to double block that? I think so. Loses all my creatures, but it also makes it so Portal to Phyrexia will really actually do something. Stay at our high life total. This better have a cool animation. It's such a cool card. So every turn we're going to get a Boulder Branch Golem and a reanimated creature. Surely that's enough for us to stay alive. This is going to be a crazy game. I don't know who's going to win in the end, because we are both generating absurd amounts of value. They're doing it with Tocasia's Welcome to some extent. So, what do I have in my graveyard? So if I get back Loron, I actually get back another creature. If I get back Urza, I have an ability that I can sink mana into and make even more copies of things that gain me life. Okay, we want Urza. We definitely want Urza. Oh, can I copy the portal? Oh my god! What's happening? Okay. Wow. How about that? Oh, man. I guess if I'd played the Steel Seeker first, I would have gotten a pretty sweet trigger here. But, how about that? Helm on the portal is hilarious. Unfortunately, we still kind of need the life, even with this value engine going on. That was awesome. That's like exactly the world you dream of when you draft a wacky ramp deck like this. Oh my god. It was tough to stabilize there. We really had to slow things down, but let's do that again. God, that felt... That's what, you know, you get a good feeling when you play Magic the way you like to play it, which is like grindy ridiculousness. That's what we did. That is what we did. Yeah, they had a great deck. They did have a great deck, but we just outgraded them. Nice, Opportunist. Hey, I think we played that game pretty well in terms of, like, not dying. Because it was actually quite difficult to find a way to not die in that game. Because our opponent was just doing things so efficiently and quickly. So, I guess they're planning on suiting up Combat Courier. That's cool. Let's attack them. I think we play Opportunist. Gives us more opportunities in terms of ramp, like... if we draw certain things. So, Combat Courier is going to get kind of big here, but, like, we can swing back for the same amount of damage. So, I'm not alarmed yet. Not yet. So, what do I do here? Do I want to play Boulder Branch? Am I that worried about my life? I mean, maybe. I'd probably play it. Although I'm only 2 mana away from ramping into it for realsies, so maybe... Yeah, okay, let's attack for 4. And I think we play Scrapsmith. Do I want to get back Mine Worker? Yeah, probably. Oh, I can cast it, so definitely. Yay, Power Stones. So, you know, they can swing at us with this big Combat Courier, but we can do a lot of damage. Plus, we gain a bunch of life, so... You know. Okay. Well... We definitely attack with the Opportunists. We don't attack with anything else. Am I greedy enough that I hold on to Boulder Branch Golem? You know, I think I am. Decent chance they counter this thing, but it's like, whatever. I can get it back with Loran next turn if they do. Might just kill them before we really do any shenanigans in this particular game. I mean, I guess this is shenanigans, but... You know. It's not that big of a shenanigan. So if they had to do 3 to everything sweeper... It's no longer that effective. So, I think they're probably dead. Well, maybe they just needed a 5th land to do something. So we definitely swing out here and see what happens. Okay. Well, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So, guess we're going to play the Engineers, too, and swing out. And it's going to buff itself. It's like, what could they possibly do to not be dead here? I don't think Upheaval's in the format. That gets close. I think they're probably still pretty close to dead, though. I guess they take 6, so they have to block a real creature here. Yeah, Urza's Command. Urza's Command did turn that into like a soft slap instead of like utterly being stomped into oblivion. You can't really, I mean, you know, if you attach a fog to a real effect, it's a much different thing than just, like, straight-up fog. Alright, so looks like we're gonna get there. It's kind of funny, our first deck was as bad as it was, and then this was our second deck. Where we have, like, 3 bombs and... whatnot. I think most people will sort of not be able to stop us and slow us or make our lives a lot difficult like our first opponent did. Okay, this is a keep despite only having one color of mana. We do have the heart, which solves the mana problem. It's probably... I wonder if it's just going to be better to play the Opportunist than it is to play the Heart on turn 3, though. It probably is. Well, we drew red anyway. But I still think we play Opportunist. The Opportunist is more effective as a blocker. And I'd like to wait to play the Heart until I can leave the mana up, and now we can because of the Power Stone, so... So next turn we could play the Heart, leave the mana up, block and sack it, you know, if nothing else. Double Survivor of Corliss. Alright, so we're going to play Burnished Heart here. Pass. 3, so 4, 5. So we're going to be able to play this for 7 next turn? Wild. Boulder Branch Golem next turn. Oh. Never mind. It costs 3. So I screwed up. I deserve 2. Yeah, I should have played a 2-drop, the worker as well. I was thinking this cost 2 for some reason, or that this gave me a discount, which it does sort of, but it doesn't. Okay, well, I think we play Prowler here. We want to hit a land drop so we can get to these things. We did just mill our Gate to Phyrexia, which is sad. Because I have the Heart, I think I just grab the untapped land so that I can play something else. Or, you know, use the Heart's ability, which is probably just where we're going to go. And pass the turn. Now we will actually use the Heart's ability. Yeah, that starts to be a bit of a problem when you can buff your whole board. But luckily, I think we're going to get big enough that they can't do much about it. I don't think I have any way to get this back, right? Right. I have ways to get... Yeah. Nope. Luckily, I have a bunch of other scary things, including these two. Oh, yeah, Loran. Yeah, good call. So now we're going to get to play the Golem. Not quite as soon as I thought, but, you know. So, I guess Plains, Mountain. Yep, looks like they're missing blue, unfortunately for them. Two more mana and we can Rust Goliath. In the meantime, we can play out these other things. This is my second draft. Bushwhack. Okay. So, I guess we're going to attack with Boulder Branch Golem and see what happens here. Something could. I guess the 3 damage to a tapped creature plus block with 2 first strikers would do it. That'd be pretty funny. The first deck was a black-red sacrifice deck that did not do well. Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to do here. The repost plus the double block. Yep. Predicted. Okay. So I think I probably want to kill the Paratrooper. I could use this to grab a land. But I think kill the Paratrooper... Play Scrapsmith. Kind of hurts to miss on everything there. And we milled our Excavation. We've had bad mill luck this time. We still have Helm of the Host in our deck, though, so... Can't complain too much, I guess. Hey! And then I just get really lucky. So there you go. So 3, 6, 7, 8. I don't have the mana to play and equip it this turn, unfortunately. I think we just keep holding on to Rust Goliath. I could play it as a 3/5, which, like, is a thing, but I don't think I want to. I think I'd probably just make copies of the flyer for now. I could do this and try to find something, but that doesn't seem that good. Yeah, okay, well, now making copies of the flyer doesn't seem that good. I mean, it's still a bunch of copies of the flyer. I could play Rust Goliath and start making copies of it. Yeah, the Opportunist does help us ramp, and that's pretty cool. It's probably where we go now. They got blue mana finally. This game has felt a lot more disjointed than our other ones. I mean... Our other games, I think, went a lot more our way. Although if we can play Rust Goliath and equip it, we're going to be pretty happy. Okay, they're getting... Their creatures are getting big. Not like I can block either of those, so... So yeah, we can play a 10-10 Rust Goliath this turn, which is cool. Boom. They might be able to kill it. I mean, that's always the risk with just like a massive creature like this. Like, they can just kill it. But even if they do, we continue to be in a pretty good spot. I probably do make an army of flyers from here, because eventually my flyers will outnumber their flyers. If they kill Rust Goliath, that is. If they don't kill Rust Goliath, obviously I'm equipping Rust Goliath here. Okay, so they're going to try to go wide enough to, like, kill us, but I just don't think it's going to be possible with a Rust Goliath factory. Like, I can attack for 20 this turn. 20. Okay. They have to block both of the Rust Goliaths and take the rest of the damage, so I think they're just dead, barring something I'm not thinking of. Now I think that's really true, because we blow up... Let's blow up the paratrooper. Yeah, I know there's reach, but it wasn't really worth a block. Why would I bother? Yeah, that means you're dead. Like, they could have the Path to Exile-like effect, but that's not going to do anything here. There actually aren't that many busted artifacts in the reprint cycle, but this is one of them. So we didn't need our portal, you know, it milled and that's sad, but what are you gonna do? All right, seems solid enough. No ramp, but we're bound to draw some, right? Okay. Do I just bolt that? I don't think so. So I think we attack here. Then I'm gonna play the Thopter. Trying to do some damage at this point. Make a 3/3, okay. There's some ramp. So I think we play the opportunist here. I mean, we could bolt something, but... This isn't really a soldier deck, the green-white deck. Should I trade? Try to trade. I mean, it ends up being a 2-for-1 in the long run, but I do need to preserve my life total with a deck like this one. I'm gonna take it. Yep. Ooh. Too bad we're one green short, huh? Well, I'm gonna attack them. I think we play a 3/1, which blocks pretty well here, and I don't think I cast the bolt yet. I didn't give it a straight up F. I gave it a build around C. Which I think is fair. I don't want my opponent to have more mana than me. Interesting. They're worried about that Thopter. I mean, the Thopter was damaging them, I guess was the reasoning there. Oof. Yeah, the inability to hit another green is costing us, because Philology Excavation into Rust Goliath is a thing. Alright, well. Do I just bolt something and... stuff? I'm going to attack with the 2/3s. 2/3 power things. Probably just have to play this here, but that's fine. I have something else to ramp into now anyway. Works for me. Gives me some breathing room that I might need. A forest would be a very good draw. Yeah, now it makes a little more sense why they did that. So we're going to take 5. Okay. Trying to decide if it's better to grab Evolving Wilds here. It's not like I can do anything with this mana right away anyway, so I think it technically is. And then we probably have to bolt the 3/3, so... otherwise, we're going to be in some trouble. We can now Excavation and then Rust Goliath, which is good. What's not good is that a 5/5 swinging at us and our opponent has a bunch of mana. I think we just take it, though. I can't really block it very effectively. Alright, if that's how they're spending their turn, I have a bit of a sigh of relief. Yeah, so let's Philology Excavation here. Gets us up to 11. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess I still need to draw a land if I'm going to Rust Goliath here. Yeah, that's bad. Gonna chump that and take 5. Portal to Phyrexia would have been kind of fun because I could have cast it. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's play. Why do you want me to tap my mana like that? I think we need to leave red and green most of all. So, there we go. Oh, I guess it wanted me to try to play Rust Goliath, is what it was trying to tell me. There's Helm. Okay. Well, we can play out both of these things now. I think maybe we were just a little too slow in this one. Just a little too slow. Unless we top deck Portal to Phyrexia. I mean, that would get us back in this game easily. Because we have to block pretty darn ugly here. Now it's even uglier. Is that lethal? That is... Yes, it's lethal. Man, they just got us. Yeah, we just missed a little on our mana, and it cost us. And then I was greedy with Rust Goliath. I probably should have played it as a 3-5 at some point, but I just felt like I was so close. So close. That is how that deck loses, though. I mean, which isn't surprising, that you just sort of stumble on your mana. Like, we were a little too late getting our Helm, etc. I'll try to remember to show you the deck after this match. I often just end up clicking next match and forget, so. Okay, I do think we can keep this. It's a little sketchy, but I think we're going to do it. We haven't gotten to play Awake in the Woods yet. That would have been... If we had a lot of cards we could draw in that game, that would have helped. Awake in the Woods would have been nice. Although, I guess not that helpful, because we couldn't use our Power Stones to cast it, so... Yeah, we do have 3 bombs. It's kind of absurd. I agree with you. So, I think we play the Honor Guard. It's going to be better with Epic Confrontation, so... Thanks to Ward. Although, chances are good I just want to play Opportunist here. Grab a land. Maze Mine Tome. It's a good one. Yeah, I think we still play Argothian Opportunist. The Automaton is interesting, but... Let's hit some land drops, please. Our deck basically does have 18 lands because we have a Bushwhack. So... Yeah, okay. Not a land drop. So... Wake in the Woods for 1 doesn't seem that good to me. Trying to decide if I want to Epic Confrontation here or just play Blitz Automaton and swing out. Kind of think Blitz Automaton, swing out seems pretty good. They're not scrying with the tome for some reason. Back-to-back games where we like can't hit land drops and Falaji Excavation is stranded in my hand would be annoying. I do cast Awaken the Woods, I think, if we draw a second, another land here. Because then our mana is sort of in business. We're up to 7. I mean, assuming the tokens live. Yeah, 7 for artifacts anyway. Yeah, do you hit me for 3 here? So I think we'll be killing the Dragon Engine this turn. Another Opportunist is so tempting, but we definitely do this. And then we can still play Mine Worker at least. And we're kind of an aggro deck, right? Kind of feel like won this game. I guess I wanted to draw straight up cards. Didn't want to waste on any scrying. Ugh. That's not good. Gets bigger, gains him life. So yeah, if I draw a land, I play Wake in the Woods for 2. If I don't, I play... Ooh. Alright. Okay. So, we've got an interesting option here, wherein I can lose 2 things to get rid of their 2 things with Bushwhack. But I'm not that alarmed yet. I think we probably just try to keep ramping, and I probably search up a land with this. Yeah, I'm going to search up a land. We just need to get to our big stuff. And, yeah. Let's grab a land. Should it be the plains? I guess it should be the plains. Play Argothian Opportunist. Pass the turn. Yeah, they are going to gain a bunch of life, that's for sure, between the Tome and the Wormlet. Ooh, they have Titania. Wonder if they have the land, too. Okay. So we're going to Awaken the Woods for 2 here. Still can't buy a regular land drop. If we could have just played Falaji Excavation here and then, you know, waited on this, but I don't think we can anymore. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. But we can now cast our Excavation. I would... Yeah. Yeah, that's not good right now. They have enough mana to buff it, so... There's our Helm. But if I play this now, I can start Helming next turn. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, we're 1 mana shy of actually being able to Helm. So... Yeah. We're going to Falaji Excavation here. we have a lot of mana. Most of it has not come as a result of just top decking, drawing a land naturally, though. Which is frustrating, to say the least. So we're at 9. Yeah, I mean, this turn I can play this, and then next turn I can Helm. Hopefully. That's the plan, anyway. That's plan A. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can make this a 4/4 now. They're not going to buff it this turn, though. Evidently. Let's just draw the portal off the top. Let's do it. In this particular situation, it would be better than Helm of the Host. Oh, I could have played this first. I have so much mana, I don't even know I have it. So yeah, this turn we're going to try to play the Helm, equip the Goliath, swing for 20. I mean, just like we did in that other game. The only reason I wouldn't do that is if I draw Portal to Phyrexia. That's like the only way I would do something different. I don't really want that, actually. So yeah, let's surveil that to the graveyard. Yeah, that I'll leave on top. So, with the number of cards they have in their hand, I think there's enough that can go wrong if I swing out that I think I just swing with the 2 10s. Yeah. They have a lot of mana and a lot of cards in their hand, so... So we definitely want to kill this. They're going to buff that. But the Wormlet is far more of a problem. Especially because now... Oh, yeah. Now I can just kill the Sprite in the second phase. So... Deals with that problem. Ooh. They got some big boys. But now we'll definitely just swing out, so... Now we do just swing out. Yeah. This time we do. Yeah, the Portal's definitely the sweetest thing, just because it's such a wacky card, like... But, obviously, the Helm is ridiculous, too. Alright, this is a keeper. We don't have that many lands, but the Steel Seeker and some artifacts solves that problem. Whoa. think we just got a frozen... Yeah, the game's like, no, don't make me discard Portal to Phyrexia. I don't want to do it. All right, so we're crashing off the top. Crashing off the top. Yeah, them making us discard that Steel Seeker is going to be really bad. Really, it would be really bad. And that's probably what they're going to do. What? Oh, I probably... Crap. Opened the wrong client. Time is of the essence here, and... Oh. That's right. You don't have to discard if your client crashes. They probably think I rage quit. Like, that's exactly the kind of, like, rage quit situation where, like, somebody would rage quit in that situation, right? Oh, good. I missed the whole turn. Great. Great. I got time-walked by that, Dreams of Steel and Oil. Oh my god. And they just played a Steel Seraph. So we may not have been in this game anyway. If we don't draw removal for the Seraph, it's going to kill us. So... Yeah. Take 5 to the face. Yeah, it always does the Ajani thing. You know, I never changed my avatar for this early access event. I didn't think about it. Interesting. So if we could ramp into Portal of Phyrexia, we have a tiny chance here. Minuscule, even. I guess we're going to attack. And play the Golem. Wait a second. 4, 5. Maybe it's better to play Ironclaw Crusher because this will gain us more life later, but they're going to hit us for 5. Like, if I get really lucky ramp-wise, we could still do it despite getting time-walked, but I'm going to have to get really lucky. Yeah, let's go ahead and play the Crusher. Well, feels like that's going to be too slow, unfortunately. I think we have to play this unkicked. So if I play the Helm and equip it next turn, I attacked so I couldn't gain life. No, I got to gain this life now if I'm going to ever have a chance. I guess I kind of have an attack here. It's fun that there's a new Su-Chi and a new Onulet in this set. So yeah, they hit us for 7. Not sure I'm supposed to not die to that. And that is game. We would have lost even without getting time walked. That's always nice, you know, just to know. Now what's going on? It's all confused because of the disconnect. So it would appear. I think we're restarting the client again. Yeah, we had to draw removal for the Seraph, or we couldn't win that game anyway, and we didn't. It's not like, you know, we didn't get fully time walk because we still drew our card for our turn. So I guess we would have had a little more life though, because the 2/2 still would have hit us on turn 3. It really didn't make a difference. This deck really deserves to win more than 4, but I can say that, but the deck does have a very severe weakness against fast decks, so depends on the matchups. Variance Kills. It's a good username. Oh. We have a bunch of ramp in our hand, but if we don't draw a third forest, we are in so much trouble. I think we're going to keep it. But it could go really, really badly. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Because, yeah, I mean, if we can actually do, like, Opportunist, Awaken the Woods, and whatnot, then I'm going to be pretty happy. They do look like they're an aggro deck, though. I think we try to trade. Preserve life while we can. Three, 2. I think we need to search up a land. Like, you know, that's just what our deck needs. So, maybe not, though. I could just play another Opportunist here. Yeah, I'm just going to play another Opportunist. Holding on to the fight spell is somewhat useful. This is another game, though, where we just can't draw a land naturally. Like, we have to do all this ramp stuff, and we can do it, but man. It's making us do a lot of work just to draw lands. Do I block again? Yeah, I mean, I think we do. If they had a trick, wouldn't they have used it last time? Should have went for 20 lands, yeah. Maybe. God. Okay, so we're going to bushwhack for a land here. Because we have to at this point. We will grab a plains. We will play the plains. 3. So next turn we can actually play this. Well, potentially. So do I just want to Obliterating Bolt the cohort or play the automaton? Got a lot of I have a lot of options here. Yeah, I'm just going to obliterate the automaton here. Can we draw a land without having to go to extra lengths to draw the land? Find out on our draw step. Yeah, mountain to do both. Maybe. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Probably could have been worse, though. Oh my god. Really is unreal. Do I just awaken the woods here and then go to town next turn? I think that's probably the best plan. We're going to take some more damage, but I think we have to do it. Our deck's like... The draft was like, here's 3 bombs, and then the last few games have been brutal. It's just been like, nah. You mean all you need to do is draw a land? You're not going to do it. Yeah, so we're taking 4 here. So we can play our golem this turn, which will gain us back 6 life. That's what makes me willing to do that. Hey, look, a land. I knew they were in there somewhere. So now I know I can play the golem, and I don't even need help from those lands. Oh, but I could Epic Confrontation. Well, let's cast this and see what happens. It's a little dangerous to try to Epic Confrontation when they have 6 mana up, and we haven't played any threats, so I think there's a decent chance they have some removal lying around. Alright, they're just going wider. Alright, so... I think we hold on to the 1/1s. Just because there are plenty of things we could draw that we need this mana for. So, alright, so the Obliterating Bolt that. Works for me. They now only have 1 card in their hand, which makes me want to Epic Confrontation a little bit more, but I can also just play the Honor Guard here too. Feels like we're going to stabilize here. So, Epic Confrontation still doesn't feel that good, honestly. So I think I just play the Thopter and pass. Come on, Portal to Phyrexia. Where are you at? I think I feel okay about trading off one of these Dryad Arbors at this point. So we still have almost every, like, massive creature still in our deck, I guess, other than the Automaton and the Boulder Branch. Okay, so this is going to replace itself with a 1/1, but kind of okay with that. And I'm also okay with this. Alright, that's pretty good against a bunch of 1/1s. We're not drawing any of our, you know, threats, really, but hey. I guess Reconstructed Thopter's a threat. Ah. So they have 3 artifacts in place, so Strongbow is a real problem. 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't really get big enough for my Blitz Automaton to not kill it, though. I think that's what we're going to do. If they do have removal here, it sucks, but at least the automaton is already completely useless other than for epic confrontation, you know? So, so that softens the blow. We could hit our portal with the Scrapsmith. Let's see if we do. Nope. Well, we didn't really need any of those cards, so I don't hate milling them and getting a 3-2. Sword of the Meek. So this is where it can get kind of interesting in a sacrifice deck if you have ways to make 1/1s. It's like a free, you know, thing. If you can sack it and then make a 1/1 and get it back, you're in business. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, I gave up the Dryad token when I did. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we're 1 mana short of playing this big, and I don't see any reason for us to do anything other than wait till we can. Okay, there we go. So 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we can play and equip this. That's probably game, because we can still put it on our Blitz Automaton. All right. Finally drew a thing to ramp into. Well, that we could actually play. All right, pretty good hand. These can both make Power Stones if I so choose. If they have a really fast start, I could be in a bit of trouble, I guess. But this can also pick off something small. Uh-oh. That is not great news for me to have to see that on turn 2 here. 2/2 Menace ramps them. Not great. Not great for us. Especially if they play 3/2 Haste here. Okay, they didn't, luckily. That would have been really bad. All right. Playing Bitter Reunion makes me feel better about things. All right, so I think we play Opportunist here. With Portal in my hand, it feels like it's probably right for me to make a Power Stone with this too. But I'm going to wait and see what happens, you know. Like, there might be a reason that we have to pick something off or whatever. Well, I can't wait anymore, so I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to attack, because if I can deter them from attacking, that's pretty great for us, so let's play Arbalest Engineers here and make a Power Stone. We're not very far away. I mean, we have enough lands in hand and Power Stones in play to cast the portal in 2 more turns. Yeah. So that's pretty good. It's not actually reanimating a whole bunch right now, but it'll make them kill everything, sacrifice everything they have. So I guess if they have removal here, it's kind of going to hurt that I didn't attack, but it's whatever. 4. So now we can reanimate this at least. Here is the portal. Makes them sack 3 things, and then every upkeep we get to reanimate something. Oh! That's pretty good here. I mean, they get to draw a card off of it, so yeah. Wow, so now we're having the opposite problem from what happened to us earlier. We're in some trouble now. Them slowing down the clock on the portal is bad. We need to draw not a land. That's not a land, and I do have to play it as a creature here. As a little creature. Yep. So we have to block the 5 here. I mean, we can't keep taking damage. Go to 10. We need to draw another non-land here, please. Non-land, please. Nice. And actually, we can play this as a big boy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So next turn we can play the portal. Oh, I think we're going to get there. Unless they kill my Iron Crusher and attack us for 10. Which is a possibility. No! We were so close. So close. Alright. Oh, this deck was sweet. I do think it kind of underperformed. We had some pretty ugly luck. There's no way around that fact. Like, the amount of times where we just couldn't draw a land in our deck, you know, was with a bunch of lands and a bunch of other mana was pretty frustrating. But